Hello, you beautiful people. I hope you all are doing great. My name is Pratiksha Deshmukh. I'm a computer engineer. I have completed my graduation in 2019 and I have started preparing for banking examinations from 1st of January 2020. Yes, I did it in my first attempt and made it happen to clear IBPS PO examination. I would like to congratulate all those aspirants who have once aspired to become a banker and today they are a banker. And to those who have missed their final selection, do not get sad, do not feel bad about anything. Today, I am here to share with you all the strategy I have applied throughout my preparation. So, I would really like to help you all. But before moving ahead, I would like to give a little bit of shout out to few of my important members who have been a part of my success. So, first of all, I would like to thank my parents. Secondly, I would like to thank Infinite Decimal Sir, that is Rajan Sir. And thirdly, I would like to thank my friends who have really supported me a lot during my entire preparation. So, yep, then we will move on with the strategy. Okay, let me tell you one thing. It's all about your mindset. You also know it. That's nothing, there's nothing new in it, but trust me, it is. It really works because I was such a average student. I don't know what is quants. I don't know what is reasoning, and I don't know what is English. The exam perspective thing I'm obviously talking about. Okay, so I just want to tell you that it was my mindset which took me to my destination, almost like around, I said, 60%, and rest 40% were my efforts, sincere efforts, I would say. Okay, so I will start with English, what I used to do for English. Okay, I know many of them who are watching this video, your weakest point is English, right? You think that you won't get through English. This is the biggest fear a banking aspirant may have in his mind. But trust me, for English you don't have to do anything extraordinary. It's a language. You can easily get through it. I was the one, just like you guys, who doesn't like to read editorials, who doesn't like to read newspaper, and who doesn't ever like to write or mug up those vocabs that we come across. Okay, and I really have not gone through all these things, but still I have sailed through it. The reason is how I study English was the important point. Okay, so what I used to do for English is that I used to submit a mains mock. Okay, I used to submit a mains mock and attempt that English section. Now you all guys are aware of it, that we have to solve 35 to 40 questions in 30 to 40 minutes, right, for English. So yeah, so my goal was to do with accuracy, right? It was not of maximizing the attempts or anything like that. So how I practiced English was that I used to set a timer for myself. The timer was for 1.5 hours. Okay, like my goal was to complete these 35 questions in 1.5 hour accurately. Okay, and trust me, as you start doing like this, after a month or two, you are going to get to see this time reduced to 50 minutes, right? So in 50 minutes now are doing those 35 questions, and by the time of exam, trust me, you can easily attempt 30 questions on an average in those 35 minutes. Okay, and one thing, it has helped me a lot in prelims also. Earlier I used to get hardly 5 minutes for RC. Okay, so I always used to leave 4 to 5 questions from RC because it used to get very clumsy for me, right? But when I did this, when I followed this strategy, when I applied this tricks, it has really helped me in prelims as well, because in 8 to 9 minutes I used to cover all the 18 questions apart, 18 to 20 questions apart from RC. So for RC I used to get 10 minutes. It's a big thing, right? So all this will you will excel through it only when you practice, and only when you excel your reading skills, reading ability. Okay, so this is what I used to do for English, nothing more than this. Trust me, no editorials, no newspaper, and no vocabulary. And of course, if you guys are doing it, if you are seeing the improvement, please don't stop. Hats off to you that you are doing such a courageous thing, because reading newspaper was such a tiring task for me. Okay, so yeah, so hats off to you. Just continue with it. Just see what works for you. Okay, so this was for me about English. Okay, so the morning slot, that is from 8 to 9:30, it was all booked for English section. Fine. So this was the first task I used to do after waking up. Fine. Now moving on, my next target was to cover daily GA. You can have any two sources. All the sources available on YouTube are great. Okay, but please prefer two sources at least. Okay, because today the GA they are asking in banking exams, it's in depth. You cannot just read headlines and just cover the GA. No, you cannot. Okay, so please read it nicely, neatly, deeply, and yes, you can do great in it. 1 hour I used to give it. So after English, I used to take an hour, a break of an hour, right? So what I used to do for GA, the time slot was I guess it was of 10:30 to 11:30, right? So in that 1 hour, I used to cover 1 or 2 days GA. Okay, okay. So moving on, what I did for maths. Okay, yes, maths is also many of them's weak point, especially arithmetic, right? So okay, I would just tell you all that please clear your concepts first, because unless and until you don't clear your concepts, you are not going to sail through mains. You're not going to clear your mains. This is the ultimate truth behind knowing quants. Okay, so yeah, this so for maths also, I would say please just note down the important topics. You can't leave few of these topics like time and distance, time and work, boat and stream, partnership, profit and loss, uh, SICI, and etc. I don't remember much. Okay, so these 6 7 were kind of important for me. So what I used to do, I used to get to know the concept from source videos, or I would suggest anything you like. Okay, it's not like, alright, anything you, from wherever you feel comfortable to learn, just go through it. Okay, understand the concept, solve around 20 to 50 problems based on that, and then come to mocks. Okay, but for me, I believe that mocks was helpful. Like after getting to learn, I mean after whenever I used to learn the concepts from source videos, I used to shift to mocks and used to solve it by my own, and it has worked for me. So maths also, I used to give 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours to analyze the entire section. And while analyzing also, I would suggest whatever sequence you are going to follow in your examination, please follow it here also. Like for me, DI was the best part, so I used to give priority to DI, and I used to solve DI first, then some miscellaneous, and then some arithmetic, which obviously the mentioned topics. No probability, no mensuration. If you're not good at it, please don't waste time in it, because it's obviously of no use, because in exam you are anyways not going to touch those questions which you are not confident enough to solve. So yeah, so this was for maths. Okay, nothing hi-fi you have to do, just a good practice mock set. I mean like any mock test you prefer, and a good course. Okay, so yes, then thirdly and lastly, it's the reasoning section. Okay, okay, so before that, I will just like to tell you. So yes, so what we did till now was English, GA, and maths. You are done for the day. Trust me, you are done for the day, because this is too much. If you are doing it consistently, trust me, nothing can stop your selection. Okay, so also after doing this math session, it was for me the 12 to 4 slot. Okay, so I used to have a power nap, alright, and at 6 o'clock, or say like 5:30 around, I used to give a practice mock prelims test, that 1 hour test. And while giving the prelim test, my only goal was to attempt as many questions as I can, because I used to it was such a tedious task to analyze those questions later on. So what I used to do was attempt maximum. So this was used to be my goal. I never got affected by marks, never. I sometimes got 48, I sometimes got 33, I sometimes got 56, I even got 78, 80, but I never I didn't felt bad or sad or extra happy on that. Okay, so marks are nothing. All you have to go and run is after content. The more you practice, the more you gain confidence. Okay, so so this was for prelims, and by evening 7 or 7:30 you're done for the day. Trust me, this 12-hour study I used to follow. Okay, so maths and reasoning I used to do it on alternate basis, because you cannot really do it in one go in single day. It's impossible. Okay, so this was like for a day. Now moving on to reasoning section and the next day. So you all are aware now that the reasoning section of that mock is still yet to analyzed. So the next day your target is to solve that reasoning section. Okay, and with that you have to submit a sectional English section for that, right? Because now you have used that mock's English section on the previous day. Fine. So next day you have to submit a sectional English, solve it, and with that reasoning, same timing, 12 to 4, same sequence, puzzles, whatever you are great at. Okay, that you have to analyze yourself, because one can only tell you the strategy, but how to solve and what is the sequence of your questions, you have to decide it by your own, right? Okay, so for that reasoning also I used to do the same thing. I cleared my concept from videos, source videos, and I like practiced many of the things from mock test. Okay, so yes, so this is how you are going to complete a one main mock in 2 days. Like in a week you're supposed to do 3 mocks, and if it is getting too much for you, or if you are a beginner, okay, so I would suggest that at least try to solve 2 mocks per week. Okay, per week you have to solve 2 mocks, and if you are preparing since a long time, 3 mocks per week, you have to do it. Yes, that's the only way. Because trust me, discipline is what matters a lot. If you are getting distracted by some things, just leave it all. Everything is temporary. Trust me. What's permanent is your parents, and is your career. So please, just take it seriously and make it happen before the CET arrives. So this is the year you have to do it, and trust me, I did this. I followed this for around 5 to 6 months, or say 7 months maybe. Yeah, so this has boosted my confidence on another level. Okay, so please do your level best. Whatever is your capability, whatever is your potential, know yourself, and make the most out of it. अब एक बात हिंदी में कहना चाहूँगी कि मुझे मेरे एक दोस्त ने एक बात बोली थी, विच ऑलवेज मोटिवेटेड मी. उसने बस एक बात बोली थी, दैट सबसे आसान कुछ है इस दुनिया में तो वो पास होना है, क्योंकि फेल हम 100 बार हो सकते हैं, बट पास हमें सिर्फ एक बार होना है. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? सो इवन इफ यू हैव फेल्ड मल्टीपल टाइम्स, चिल आउट. आपको पास बस एक बार होना है, राइट? And this is what I have followed throughout my preparation, and it has worked for me. Results are in front of you. So yes, you can trust me on that, on this. And if you still have some doubt, I'm just saying that follow this for 1 month and see the change. Because honestly, before starting, even I was very much doubtful about whatever I have planned for myself. But as I got to see the results, I was super happy, because the things which I was doing were really working for me. Okay, so just understand, know your capabilities, understand that what is working for you, what are your strengths, what are your weakness, and then you're good to go. And all the very best. I hope you all clear this time. And yep, tada, bye, see you.